Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. I got a video today from Dating Right.
Hey, Pops, happy Father's Day, man. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers who really take care of their children.
Oh, excuse me, fuck. What about me? I'm a single mother, and I've taken care of 3 boys that they daddy wouldn't help take care of.
Pretty much.
Well, that's good. I'm actually happy that you're stepping up to the plate, but that makes you a real mother, not a father. We celebrating the good fathers today.
So what you saying? A single mama can't be a daddy or something?
Pretty much.
Do I gotta say that for that to be true?
What about the single mothers that have taken care of the kids whose daddies weren't worth nothing?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because you're a woman, y'all get celebrated on Mother's Day.
And before y'all start on Sunday, that's the baby daddy that you chose, bitch. We don't give a fuck.
True. We do not.
I'm about to say something that's so pick me. Please don't kick me out of the club, please. But I don't.
Why do you want to be in the club that is going to hate on you for saying something you truly believe in?
I don't think men necessarily want to be chased. I think they want to know that you like them.
You can kiss her, you can hug her, you can tell her that
Shocker.
you love her. But your bitch ain't your bitch, bro. That is.
I made a post, it said accountability is black women's biggest ops. Some girl got in my comments and was like, oh, well, black women are more accountable than men. And I said, well, this comment just contradicted your point because instead of acknowledging what I'm saying and who I'm talking about, you're deflecting about
Pretty
niggas who
much.
ain't even part of the motherfucking conversation. She ended up deleting the comment.
I'm putting all y'all bitches on blast. Because I'm tired of seeing good dudes get cheated on. Or vice versa. Okay? But bro, do not fuck with her. She is so easy. And she fucking with everybody who got money who just gonna give it to her, okay? She does not want to fuck with you. When she tells you she fucks with you, she means she's gonna fuck you up.
Pretty
She's
much.
gonna fuck up your mind.
Believe her.
Okay? You finna be overthinking like a mug. Okay? And not just you.
Dang, I haven't used like a mug in a long time. That was an old saying. I used to say that all the time when I was younger.
The other dudes too, okay? I'm sorry, I don't mean to snitch, but do not fuck with her. Please, I am warning you. Please do not fuck with her. Like, if
I don't have to say anything. These women are warning you guys for me.
you have self-respect and you want better, please just take my damn advice. Do not fuck with her. Because she don't fuck with you.
Walk away.
It's like, ooh, they want a little bit goodness here, they want a little bit goodness there, you know. They finna give or take. They finna take.
Well, we appreciate you, our Asian sister. But men, we kind of already knew this.
We did
Thanks
know.
for the confirmation.
So let me get this straight. Y'all will try to get access to a woman's time, body, not even try to get to know her. Don't even want a relationship. But want her body and want her to just pay attention to you and just be involved in you and just answer when you call. And you don't want to give her a relationship and you don't want to give her no money.
I knew the money part was coming in somewhere sooner or later.
So, no relationship, and she gives up her body for nothing in return. So you want friends with benefits with no benefits to the woman.
Again, I hate that women always portray sex as only a man thing. That only men get pleasure and enjoyment out of it. Every time we have sex, it's you're doing us a favor. Do you not like enjoy sex too? Because if you didn't, you guys wouldn't be whores. Just saying.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, maybe you're just doing it just to get the money and the resources because that's all you got to work with.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Would you take that deal? And then you try to say, I'm a woman that rhymes with the word bore. But if I give it to you for free, what would that make me? So
Damn, she's doing a lot
so
of that with
you
those eyebrows.
want you want my body for free and give me nothing to no relationship, no money, no time. But if I said, hey, what you gonna do for me? Why would I do this? I'm a bore?
No, ma'am, no one's gonna call you a whore. But if anything, just tell us your fee. You don't have to do the whole makeup tutorial. Just tell us your fee.
So, still being the single woman that I am, I'm still on these dating apps. Well, I'm only on Hinge. And today I was actually supposed to go on a date. But the past couple of weeks since we've been talking, his communication was really off. It would take him about 2 to 3 business days, 4 business days, 5 business days to reply back to me. He asked me all the right questions. I feel like when you are trying to get to know somebody and you're intentionally dating, it's very important to have really great communication skills. And so I had like a really weird feeling, and I was
They talk about the exact same man every time.
just kind of like just going with my intuition. I decided just end the date. I said, hey, so-and-so, I just want to say that I feel like your communication isn't very intentional in terms of trying to get to know somebody. I hope that one day you find somebody that aligns with you. Thank you so much for setting up the date. And like I said, it took him 2 to 3 business days before. And when I sent that message, it took him about 3 minutes to reply. So then I matched him.
Okay, I have another hot take when it comes to dating.
I don't hate on that one. I mean, if some guy wants to just not reply for 5-6 days. Same thing with women. If women don't reply for 2-3 days.
I find it really weird when men lie about wanting a girlfriend or lie about wanting to be in a relationship.
Why do you think it's weird? It's literally what women want to hear for us to get in your pants. So it's the easiest way to get into women's pants. Women like men to lie.
The men I'm talking to, or I guess now was talking to, 29-year-old man was very adamant on being like, yeah, I want a girlfriend, I want a relationship, and like blah, 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 whole nine. Mind you, the man has been single for like 6-ish years, I think it was. I'm not really sure. So like in my brain, I'm like, oh, maybe he actually is ready to like legit settle down. But also it's a red flag if like you're dating a man, he's not been in any relationship or hasn't been in one in that long. Like that to me is like, you not found one person you want to date. Like, I don't know. Very weird. Anyways, point being is that his actions just kind of prove that he didn't want a girlfriend. And maybe my standards are just like really, really...
And yet you probably still stuck with them for a while.
Really high and like whatever. Because that's a conversation for a different day. 'Cause everyone always tells me that. But I feel like when it comes to that kind of thing, it just like... I don't know. What are we like, I shouldn't have to be guessing and being like, does he not? It should just be crystal freaking clear.
This is how men feel. We wish it was crystal freaking clear that you at least somewhat are attracted to us.
Not this weird gray area. So I don't know. That's just one thing I've noticed with this like whole dating thing that I'm back doing is that men love to be like, yeah, I want a girlfriend, and they're just like not acting like such. Like
no. Again, you're just getting worked by the Chad Rones and the Tukis of the world and telling you all those sweet, sweet nothings that you like to hear.
Just say you want to hook up, bro. Like you're doing too much. Now you're just pissing me off.
No, ma'am. Why would he say that and ruin the chances of sleeping with you easily, by the way? So a lot of guys will just say what women want to hear because they know it works and it get men where they want to get, which is between her legs. So women, please.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, and I don't think men should be lying, but that's the dynamic that women kind of created for themselves.
Grow up, act like you know that men are, they're gonna say whatever they gotta say. You guys very much well should know this by now. Stop acting clueless.
I'm starting to realize that
it's like weaponized incompetence. I'm just a girl.
Relationships don't last as long as they used to nowadays because people think that they have options. Y'all see all these men and women on y'all comments, in y'all DMs, and y'all...
I got a lot of men in my comments, that's for sure.
Think that y'all just have a plethora of options out here, when in all actuality, those people just want to touch your private parts.
True.
So y'all ditch...
Not you guys, but, other comments.
Y'all main day ones, the ones that's been there with you through thick and thin, because you think you just some hot shit, you hot cakes on a platter, and you got so many options, so many people want you. And then when you finally get to know these people, get to talk to these people, you see that they not even worth a damn.
True.
Can't even hold a conversation.
Let's talk about the illusion of having options.
Again, this illusion it's mostly women talking about this illusion of options. Because men don't have this illusion. We're not delusional to think that we have this many options. You know, we do kind of only gravitate towards the women that like us. And to tell the truth, there's not very many women that like us.
Options are not having a slew of people who may want you, but you don't want them back. Those are not options.
True.
Liking a few different people or liking someone who may not like you back. Those are not options.
True.
Having people like you that don't meet the qualities in which you would choose them are not options. Those are distractions. It is the illusion of people having all of these options that are thrown off the dating scene. The truth of the matter is not many people really have options. Sure, you may have people who are interested in you. You may be interested in others, but those are not options.
True.
If I cannot decide to this day right now choose you to be my partner, you are indeed not an option. You are.
I mean, even if you have that to choose that person, you want that person to be a partner, that person might not want you.
A distraction. So come on, guys, let's get this shit together. Like, there are not many options out there, okay? Like, it's just not. It's just not. Not which and whom you can go and choose you right now, be my partner, and you guys both agree and you guys both align, and that shit is not. Listen, options, it's not as mean as you motherfuckers think, okay?
I personally think we're living in the most trashiest time in human history.
Agreed.
I can't get over it, and the evidence is right in front of your freaking face, okay? Loyalty literally does not exist anymore, okay?
True.
Sanctity, sacred energy between two people no longer exists.
I can agree with
Women
that.
and men are rotating people as if they are literally like going to different drive-thrus.
Somewhat.
People are only, valuing surface bullshit and then overlooking things that actually have depth and value. And everybody wonders why they're so miserable. Everybody wonders why they're single, why they can't find a partner. Dating apps are complete fucking trash. I'm sorry. Social media, even though I use my TikTok, I use it to express my truth. But beyond that,
I was with her until she was like, to express my truth. Girl, there's only one truth.
Social media has become the most toxic fucking thing in the world. Women are half naked everywhere you go.
True.
Okay? Everybody lies. Nobody has
Somewhat.
integrity. Nobody takes
Somewhat.
accountability. And it's
Somewhat.
really fucking disheartening because when you're somebody who actively shows up every single day trying to be a better person, trying to act in the sense of having integrity, having emotion.
We know. This is what I tell men all the time. To be a good person. To be a man of value. It's not easy. It's probably one of the hardest things to do when the rest of society doesn't care.
Emotional accountability, and then you look into the external world and you see all these people exposing themselves, not keeping their word, speaking with no fucking action behind it. Yeah, it does fucking feel a little suffocating, I'm not gonna lie.
I can't even hate on anything she just said. She is absolutely
Again, the only thing I hated on was my truth.
right. The dating scene, not only for women but for men too, it is bad out here. I don't think it ever will recover. As far as dating in modern times today, we are just a lost.
I only see it recovering when all the feminists die and then all the new generation come up with the non-feminist parents.
Cause.
Which would be a while.
So I'm really old school when it comes to dating. And a lot of men and women are not going to agree with me on this, but that's okay because it's my TikTok. But I think if you're dating for marriage, dating for longevity, you should talk to one person at a time. You shouldn't talk to multiple people.
Agreed.
Because realistically, how can you really get to know them when you're constantly like, you got this person, you're not going to fully get to know that person and give them the
100%, because you're gonna kind of jump in between and like, oh, I like this thing, but I don't really like this thing about her, but I like this thing about her over here, and I don't like this thing about her over here, but I do like this. So you're jumping back and forth on the things that you like about each person, and you never really fully commit to one solid person, because every time there's a fault or every time there's like something bad about it, you just kind of jump over to the next person.
like your undivided attention. Now, if you're not dating for marriage and all that stuff like that, talk to as many people as you want to. But realistically, it does not make sense to me. And I truly believe.
I still don't think, like, if you're kind of going out there to try, I guess if you're just trying to get laid, I guess shotgun blast, you know, a whole bunch of women to try to just, you know, get some. I guess that makes more sense.
A lot of people do it for protection. Like, you're doing it because you're like, well, if this don't work out, then I got this person. And if this don't work out, I got this person. When in reality, like, okay. And if you lose that person, you go on a journey with the next person, or you have to be alone for a little bit. And I feel like that is the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to be alone, and it's so okay to be alone. But I truly believe that if you truly are trying to find your person, you shouldn't talk to multiple people at once. Like, I just don't think you should. And again, say for example, you're talking to someone and then it's whatever, but you meet someone else. Okay, now tell the shorty, or tell the man, tell the girl before, like, hey, you know what, this ain't gonna work. Instead,
I agree with this too. All right, if you find someone that jives with you better, there's nothing wrong with it in a sense, but at least end the current relationship or the current fling that you're having.
instead of wasting people's time. And then I know people are gonna come for me and be like, this is why you don't give your all, and this is why you don't give wifey treatments, and da-da-da. As for me, I'm looking for a husband. I want marriage. I want that. So why wouldn't I treat the person that I see as a husband? Why wouldn't I cater to him? Why wouldn't I give him my all? Why wouldn't I treat him like a husband? Because that's what I see you as. Or I want you to be in that position. So why wouldn't I do that? So y'all can come for me all y'all want and be like, da-da-da-da. Again, and maybe that's why when things don't work out, I get hurt, because I put my eggs in one basket. But I'd rather put my eggs in one basket than have 20,000 billion baskets and putting eggs everywhere. I'd rather just plop them in one.
Now, I do think she's absolutely correct about this. How could you focus on one person when you're focusing and dealing with multiple people? But at the same time, I think it's more of a timeline dating schedule when you know, meet someone and get to dating them. I think there need to be like a weekly or monthly, you know, check-in to be like, okay, I was dating 4 people, but at this point, me and you are getting a bit closer. So I think people need to be scratching people off the list and getting to the point of it. I don't think they need to go weeks and months of dating a bunch of different people. You got to check some people off that list and get it down to one person. But we all know a lot of women love to keep guys just in.
Just when I see a woman like literally scarf food in her mouth and just chew with a mouthful of food like that, like this is where I'm like, when that one woman says table manners and etiquette, most women do not have table manners or etiquette. They really don't.
In the tuck, like they say, a woman always know who she's gonna cheat on you with and all this kind of stuff. Or women always know who they are gonna date next, because the guy's kind of been there in the background the whole time. They know the person that they're gonna reach out to as soon as the relationship hits some turbulence or come to an end.
Life is gonna be so much easier for y'all once y'all learn dating to marry is not realistic. Not everybody you date is meant to be in your life for the rest of your life.
True. Okay, I agree.
You date to learn how to be with somebody for the rest of your life. You date to experience people. You date to learn if that's even what you even want to do. There's people who are not into marriage. There's people who are not into being with one person for the rest of your life. When you date people, you're also learning yourself in the process. Dating to marry everyone you are attracted to or everyone you like.
I can somewhat agree with what she's saying, right? If you're dating for marriage and things like that, it makes sense that you're looking for particular people. Not just constantly dating everyone, thinking that you're gonna marry every single person you date. I can agree with that.
It's not realistic. It's not healthy. You need therapy.
I am a woman who comes from a family of all women, and I hate when y'all make me agree with men. I hate it when men are right. I'm not gonna say they're right. I'm gonna just say they're not wrong. It's good enough, right?
We hardly are wrong.
Recently, there's a man that I never really wanted to lose in my life, whether we were together romantically or just friends or whatever. I never wanted to lose that man. I lost that man. He described to me the exact way that I made him feel. Like, in this instant, I felt like this. In this instant, I felt like that. And when I tell y'all I cried for 40 days and 40 nights, okay? Not only did I cry because I was fucking heartbroken that I was losing the man, but like, I never in my life wanted to make anyone feel like that. And in fact, the things that I was or wasn't doing, I did it in hopes of not hurting him, but it had the exact opposite effect on him.
Because you guys literally do not understand men.
Every man that I've ever dated have ever said, like, I don't know how much you like me, or I don't know if you like me, or like, I don't even know how you feel about me. And to me, I was just like, what am I not doing? Like, I don't know, I like you. What am I not doing that other women do? And no one was ever able to describe the way that they felt, but this man specifically described everything. And y'all, when I cannot stress.
Shout outs to you, brother, for being able to do that with her and just, you know, kind of maybe actually you kind of taught her something.
It enough, like tore me apart. So to give you guys a little context on the way I grew up, because I know somebody's gonna ask, let me give y'all my little family tree, okay?
I don't think you really do, but go on.
My dad's mom, my grandmother, had 2 children. My aunt, who was my yaya, who I grew up as her being like a parent to me. My yaya has no children. I was literally like her child. I slept in the room with her. She got me up, got me ready for school. She came and picked me up from school, took me to doctor's appointments, everything that a parent would do. My aunt was doing that. And my dad was kind of like an uncle. Like, I remember playing Yahtzee with him, playing Monopoly. When the car broke down, he walked me to school, stuff like that. But she was like my parent. After 2nd grade, when I stopped going to my grandmother's house through the school year, like my mom and my sister was just driving me to school from where we were, my dad left. My dad moved to Canada and we didn't really have a relationship. Like, I would call him on his US phone number and then he would call me later from a restricted number, like whenever he got the missed call. That was pretty much sums up our relationship. I went to visit him one time in Canada. I think I was in high school. I was either in 8th or 9th grade. It was so awkward, y'all. Literally, it was so awkward. I was ready to go. And then he took me to this like apartment complex, this big ass, tall ass apartment complex. He was like, oh, I gotta go pick up something. I was outside for like 45 minutes. Come to find out, that was his actual apartment. When I was there, we were staying in, this is way before Airbnb. We were basically staying in an Airbnb. And how I know it is because when we went in there, it had like furniture and stuff, but it's no personal belongings in this place. Like, it wasn't any photos, it wasn't any clothes, it wasn't anything. It was literally like an Airbnb. So yeah, that sums that up. My dad, he has 2 sons that were 26 and 27 years old when I was born. Damn. My dad was 45 when I was born. With all that being said, my brothers weren't really around when I was growing up. Like, yes, they came to visit me, but it was just like a family member visiting. They didn't feel like a part of my immediate family. I don't even think I've ever even been to my brother's house, like either one of my brothers. Like, to this day, if I have gone to their house, I'm too little to remember it. Don't know. So that's my dad's side. My mom's side, my mom's mother, my grandmother, she had my aunt. My aunt has 2 daughters. My older cousin was 18 years old when me and her younger sister were born. I am 3 months older than her younger sister, so we kind of grew up like sisters. But my aunt never married, was never in a relationship or anything like that. My older cousin, she then later on, got married. But I've never really spent time with her. I think I've been to her house maybe once or twice in my entire life. Like, she was kind of like my brother. She would stop in to visit, but that was it. Like, there was no real relationship there. My mother is the middle child. My mom had my older sister. She was 14 when I was born. The last relationship I remember seeing her in was when I was like 2 or something. They broke up. I never saw her in any relationships. My mom has never been in a relationship. And then my grandmother had my uncle. He struggles from severe mental health issues, so he's been around, but we've always had to care for him. He hasn't been able to be like a functioning family member in the sense of the way you would think an uncle would function.
This family life sounds super chaotic
in the family. So I say all that to say that's it. No one has been married. My yaya was married, but they were separated before I was born. My mom hasn't been married. My aunt hasn't been married. My dad wasn't even married. Like, I have never in my life seen a relationship play out, a good one.
And this is the sad thing about the Black community, right? Like this cycle that keeps continuing. She just barely realized it right now.
One, a bad one, just in general. Everything I know about relationships and from men are from what I see on TV or what I see from someone else's family. Like, when I was in high school, I babysat for my...
But the thing is, this is starting to happen to almost all communities now. This single mother epidemic.
Coaches, and I was close to them, so they were married. I would see that dynamic, but like you don't get to see it on an every day-to-day basis. It's different. I have no idea like how to navigate a relationship. I don't even know what it feels like to live with a man, if I'm being honest, like of any sort. Romantically, platonically, I have no idea how it feels to have a man in your life, you know, in like a position of authority.
I was gonna say the one that leads, yeah.
Never had it, and it has affected me. And when that man was on that phone describing the way I made him feel, because like I said, men have always told me that, you know, I don't know if you like me, I don't know how you feel for me, I don't know this, I don't know that, but they've never described it. When that man was on that phone describing it, it broke me down so bad, y'all. I was like, I never want to make anyone feel like this. So that's when I really started learning, like, why do all men say this? Like, this is a man that I didn't want to lose. How am I losing this man? Like, what am I not doing?
See, this again, they don't know they're doing wrong. This is the sadness of modern women, right? At least if they're somewhat aware, they can correct, but they're not aware, or they don't want to be aware. At least she's trying to be aware of what's going on and how men are, but most women aren't even close to where she's at. They're still in the I don't need no man boat.
What is going wrong? God damn, it's hot out here. But when I figured it out, my whole point of this whole thing is to say it all stems back to being a woman that was raised around all women, and not just all women. I'm talking strong, opinionated alpha women, all of them, every single one of them. There's not a passive woman in my family, and we're all single. So, yep, do with that information what you will.
And I'm still wondering and listening to hear what the man had to say. She
I
still
was
didn't say
too.
what the guy actually said. But it is pretty crazy that, you know, this woman just had one positive role model in her life. Like, and I know a lot of young people don't come from a perfect, you know, family unit, but she do need to evaluate this and go to therapy if this same issue keeps coming up in every relationship she found herself in. I wonder what they did to her dad to run the man all the way to Canada. But that's all I got in this video. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below.
We are a product of who raised us. I think this is a very apparent thing in society, right? If you had pretty decent parents, the chances of you being a decent person is pretty high. But when you have strong, opinionated, single mothers everywhere and you're surrounded by them, you become them. And then you become single like them. You might not be a single mother yet, but you're kind of going along that way. Shout outs to her for kind of waking up and seeing it, and shout outs to that man for waking her up. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.